Understanding intimacy is the foundation of strong relationships. Intimacy is the feeling of closeness and connection we share with another person. It's the feeling of being seen, heard, and understood for who we truly are. Intimacy is built on trust, caring, and acceptance. It's the feeling of being safe and secure in our relationships. Intimacy is essential for healthy and fulfilling relationships. It allows us to feel loved, supported, and connected. Intimacy is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to be vulnerable with another person. But the rewards are well worth it. When we have intimacy in our relationships, we feel more alive, connected, and joyful. Emotional intimacy and sexual intimacy are two distinct but interconnected aspects of a relationship. Emotional intimacy refers to the deep emotional connection and understanding shared between two people. It involves feeling safe to be vulnerable, sharing our thoughts and feelings openly, and feeling heard and validated by our partner. On the other hand, sexual intimacy refers to the physical and sexual connection between two people. It involves physical touch, sexual activity, and pleasure. While sexual intimacy can enhance emotional intimacy, it's important to note that they are not mutually exclusive. It is possible to have emotional intimacy without sexual intimacy, and vice versa. However, when both types of intimacy are present, they can create a deeper and more fulfilling relationship. Building intimacy with others starts with building intimacy with ourselves. This means taking the time to get to know ourselves, to understand our thoughts, feelings, and needs. It also means accepting ourselves for who we are, flaws and all. When we love and accept ourselves, we are better equipped to love and accept others. We are also more likely to attract partners who love and respect us for who we are. Self-love is not about being narcissistic or self-absorbed. It's about recognizing our worthiness of love and connection. When we love ourselves, we send a message to the world that we deserve to be loved. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, especially intimate ones. Trust is about feeling safe and secure with someone, knowing that they have our best interests at heart. It's about believing that they will not hurt us, either physically or emotionally. Trust is built slowly over time through consistent actions and behaviors. It is earned through honesty, reliability, and follow-through. When we trust our partners, we feel comfortable opening up to them, both emotionally and physically. We know that they will be there for us, no matter what. Trust allows us to be vulnerable without fear of judgment or rejection. Section 5. Caring, nurturing the bonds of intimacy. Caring is another crucial element of intimacy. It's about showing our partners that we love and support them, both in words and in actions. It's about being there for them when they need us, celebrating their successes, and comforting them during difficult times. Caring involves empathy, understanding, and compassion. It means putting our partner's needs before our own sometimes, not out of obligation, but out of love and respect. Small gestures of caring, such as bringing our partner a cup of coffee in the morning or listening attentively to their day, can go a long way in strengthening the bonds of intimacy. Section 6. Honesty, the lifeblood of intimate relationships. Honesty is essential for building and maintaining intimacy. It creates a foundation of trust and allows us to connect with our partners on a deeper level. When we are honest with our partners, we are essentially saying that we trust them with our true selves. This vulnerability can be scary, but it is also incredibly rewarding. It allows us to experience true intimacy and connection. Of course, honesty does not mean being brutally critical or hurtful. It is important to communicate our thoughts and feelings in a way that is respectful and compassionate. Section 7. Clear communication, the bridge to emotional intimacy. Clear communication is essential for building emotional intimacy. It involves expressing our thoughts and feelings clearly and directly, as well as listening attentively to our partners. Good communication is a two-way street. It is not just about talking, but also about listening and understanding. When we communicate effectively, we create a space where both partners feel heard, understood, and validated. This can be challenging as it requires us to be mindful of our own communication patterns and to be willing to work on them. Section 8. Active listening and nonverbal cues, enhancing communication in relationships. Active listening is a crucial aspect of clear communication. It involves paying attention to both the verbal and nonverbal cues our partners are sending. When we actively listen, we are fully present in the conversation and are making a conscious effort to understand our partner's perspective. Nonverbal cues, such as eye contact, facial expressions, and body language, can also convey a great deal of information. Paying attention to these cues can help us to understand our partner's feelings more fully. For example, if our partner is saying that they are fine, but their body language suggests otherwise, it is important to acknowledge this discrepancy and to gently inquire further. Section 9. Seeking help. Resources for relationship violence. Building intimacy takes work, but it should never involve fear or violence. If you are experiencing any form of abuse in your relationship, it is important to remember that you are not alone. There are resources available to help you, such as the National Domestic Violence Hotline. You deserve to feel safe and respected in your relationships.